Alright guys, welcome back to my video, and yet now Master League has been released. It's the season 0, so you can say it's a trial season. And yeah, it's actually quite great. It's quite good actually. Now before that, we first gonna see about the Master League shop first and see what they kind of offer for us. First of all, yeah, there are two kind of currencies. One is the one that you get whenever you raise up to the rank, and the other is the one you get after the season ends. So you can see like there are two kinds of things you can buy. One of them, the weapon upgrade part, is actually part of the rank up system. So it's only you only need like around 2,500, and that is actually a very F2P accessible. I'm telling you, it's very F2P accessible. And also here we got character upgrades, and also especially this one, the supporter upgrade data. I do think it's much better than unit, because supporter we really got very few upgrade data for the supporter. And then for the premium one, I mean like the season end, we have the material for this one, the ultimate development. So it's like we're gonna have like 20 per season of the month. Let's see how fast they refresh this, but I do expect they're gonna refresh this every season. And 20 per season, that's kind of a bit low if you want to ultimate everything. But considering there will be more stages in the future, this might not be that low. But for now, I do suggest you to hold on your ultimate development part, because I don't think it's you need to do something else in the future, right? Maybe there are more good units coming up. As for me, I'm gonna hold it for Astaroth, man. Astaroth fandom. And then we have a UR limit break material, which is 2,000. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna need 2 seasons to at least purchase this one. So we don't know how long one season is. The first season is like a week, but we don't know when we go a full-blown Master League season. We don't know whether they're gonna do it like each monthly, weekly, or 2 months. I mean twice per month. But I do think it does make sense if they do it twice per month. So 1 month you only get one, but again, it's only one time. So if they're gonna do it every single week, I kind of appreciate that, because we can at least get UR and SP conversion. And this SP conversion is like 100. So one season of Master League gonna give you enough for the SP conversion. And I'm telling you right now, this SP conversion is really important in the Master League. We're gonna talk about the units a bit later on. So we focus on the rewards first, because this is what we really interested in. And for the UR, okay, and SSL, I don't think it is that important to actually limit break your UR support. I do think it's more important to limit break your normal UR, the unit UR, instead of support. But it depends on any people. Like for example, some UR unit is really good to actually limit break, like for likes of Lakas Klein or Bertolchica. And but the passive is only like increased 5%, but I didn't really check on the stats. Maybe I will check it on it later on. But for now, I do think this season end currency should be prioritized in SP conversion and UR limit break material. And then now we gonna go to the stage itself. So the Master League itself, I've done it earlier today, and it does go with a bad score assault kind of thing. So you fight someone, right? You fight someone, and then if you manage to defeat their units, you're gonna get points. And these are the points that you need to go for the next round. As for now, I already reached Master League, so they only have certain milestone you need to achieve to get into the rewards. And you can see here that you can choose one of the opponents. Sometimes you can actually evade some of the opponents because the point that you need is not you don't really need to defeat every one of them. Especially in earlier stage, you can only earlier rank. You only need to like defeat 3 of them to actually advance to the next stage. But that depends on the unit performance, because after the battle, they're gonna give you some unit performance thing. And of course, in Master League, there's gonna be a lot of whales people, or maybe people who are very very lucky with their draw. For example, here you can see this guy is like 3 star Zeta, 3 star Justice, and 3 star Freedom. So yeah, it's gonna be, but it's okay, because as long as you deal some damage, you actually still got some point. For example, here I got obliterated so bad, but these two, I only get like what 2,000, 9,000. But this is Master League again, right? And then for the reward confirmation, so here's the thing: when you actually increase your level in the league, you're gonna get like some diamonds. I think about 1,005, quite okay, and also like 1,000 league coin. This is the one that you use to buy the weapon upgrades and also support upgrade. This is the one that you're gonna use, right? And then there is gonna be a season end reward. Season end reward is depending on your final score of the season on the league. For example, for me, like here, if I score like above 90,000, so I'm gonna get like 1,003, and higher than that is gonna be 1,004, and higher than that is 1,005. But let's say not many people are gonna make it to the Master League, right? Maybe you stop at the diamond. So diamond is actually, you still gonna score a lot more than 1,000. It's just that the Master League medal, the gold, you're gonna get it like less and less this ticket. So the SSRT card is still there. So it kind of advisable to at least get into diamond rank, because from here is you only got the SR ticket, right? SR ticket, one ticket, and it's like it's quite 800. So it's good to be here in diamond. Try to reach diamond, so you get around 1,000, maybe 48,000. This should be achievable even by free to play, because your squad composition plays quite a huge role in how you achieve something. So it doesn't have to be like you spam the UR. No, you have to make some kind of a squad. And unfortunately, this is the unfortunate part, that you might actually need a very good support ships. Yeah, so you can see here like the difference is not that big. Once you reach muscle, it's not that big. It's like 300 gems different. So yeah, I don't think it's kind of okay. It's just that at least you're gonna get 1,000 Master League, so 2 times, then you get a UR upgrade, then which you can use on the next season. Okay, here's the thing that I do think it's regarding the shop and regarding whatever you want to spend. It's actually advisable to actually hold what you want to buy, or you buy but don't use it first, because again, the tags could actually change. For example, here the current tag is protagonist and rival, right? This gonna increase their start by 20%, and you can see here the start increase is quite significant. For example, if we have Sasabi and also Nuganum, the 20%. Okay, this one is 20%, but this one we have like additional tag, right? We have the tag from Laka's Climb with one-shot kill. So the additional stat here is actually very, very important. So you would want to make a team based on 2 tags, which is one, the season's tag, and also the other one is a supporter tag. Okay, here's the thing. You might want a high mobility unit, but if the high mobility unit is actually not dealing that much damage, then it doesn't really matter. For example, here Sasabi is my MVP all the time. Even though like here Apion is like hitting quite hard, right? But Sasabi, it's such a good unit. It's such a dark horse. It does like deal, and it just do the cleanup. it do the cleanup despite its mobility is one of the lowest in my team, and it's even lower than let's say Appion. But because of that, it gains the chance to actually clean up everything, and this does play into your strategy. For example, like you might want to make a defensive team full of support, defense, and also maybe one attacker that's slow, low mobility attacker that can just clean up the whole thing. It does work, but you have to play around certain tags. Therefore, now we're gonna talk about the tags, right? One of the more prominent tags currently is definitely gonna one-shot killer, because one-shot killer has one of the best support currently. Laka's Client is busted because, again, Laka's Client has a 30% increase. While, for example, the other one-shot killer support, which is Tiva Adil, Tivas only have 25. Even Bartolchika only have 25%. Again, Marina Ismail only have 25%, and a lot of the UR unit actually only have 25%, right? So it's kind of like advisable to actually get the one-shot kill if you have the support. Again, this is the point. This might be the most common team you're gonna see in the current Master League, because one-shot killer, it just has the best support currently, right? But it doesn't mean that other tags is not good. Okay, we're gonna talk about one by one for the tag that you can actually explore, actually build your team around. So if you want to build your team around this Master League, again, look at the tags. Whatever tags you have, whatever you are, or any support ship you have, try to play around that tag. For example, I mean, the SR is mostly like only like this, like they only support certain series, but there are some free units there. For example, this lady, is it? I think it's lady. This lady's protagonist increased by 14%, which is quite good. And you can easily get her to like 3-star, or maybe this guy from UC series and this guy from alternative series. Just play around that tag, because the double increase is significant in this game. So now we're gonna start with this tag, which is the one-shot killer. One-shot killer has one of the most diverse casts, especially in the terms of you want to put it with the rival and protagonist tag. Here we go. So first of all, it has Sasabi. Sasabi is very good. The thing about Sasabi is like, let me check on the details. It has a very nice Psychomu and one-shot killer tag. So you can actually use it with Beltoxica. You also have like the Neozeon and also UC series. So there's so many tags, important tags that this guy has, that makes it very versatile, and I don't think it's such a dark horse in this current meta. I mean current Master League, because if you don't have it like 1-star or 2-star, it's gonna be like much slower than other unit, and therefore it can work as a very good cleanup crew. The other thing you're gonna see is like Freedom and Strike Freedom. Both are using one-shot killer as well. They're good attacker and support, but I do think like for the one-shot killer, for the attacker itself, you might actually want to use Sasabi. Sasabi is more reliable, and I do think that clearing the hard stage also help here because of the modification. But you might actually also want to finish the requests from the request page, from the base page, because it's gonna help a lot with the stats. The stat increase 7%, 8% is quite good. It's not quite good, it's great, right? Another one-shot killer you can see here is like here, Ariel is very good support, strong support, very good. And then of course Select Freedom, yep. And I guess it's also, sorry, Justice. Justice also a good one-shot killer, and is actually a defender. So you can see here like a lot of protagonists actually have this one-shot killer tag. The thing is here there is no Zeta, so Zeta is not a one-shot killer, but Zeta is such a strong mobile suit that you might just want to put it here. You just want to slap it because Zeta is too good, right? Zeta is too strong. Another thing that you can go with one shot killer is like I forgot this Super Hyperion. Yeah, Super Hyperion. Super Hyperion is good. It's a good tank. The other tank that I kind of like, but unfortunately this is not a free unit, which is the Astray. Astray Red Flame is kind of bonkers, to be honest. It's level now 90 and it can hold the attack of Strike Freedom. It can just brush off the attack of Strike Freedom. Not real on Zeta. Zeta gonna kill it, right? Zeta gonna kill. Nothing can stand Zeta, okay? But maybe if it's got to level 100, perhaps. But yeah. So Astray is good, but you don't have Astray. The options gonna be Super Hyperion. But again, the problem will be the pilot, because personally, Yona or even Mikazuki is kind of irreplaceable if you don't have Arton. Currently, Arton is very good, but personally, if you want to tank, you want to get hit, Yona and Mikazuki is just too good, man. They are just too good. But maybe if you use Mikazuki, personally for tanks, you don't really have to go with the tags, but I do like to go with the tags just to make sure they get some, more survivability, right? And Mikazuki is, you might want to put, if you have Yona or Mikazuki, you might want to put them in this unit because it got the double tag bonus. So in my case, it's gonna be like 45% increase, and that's great. One shot killer against the duo, the Wing Zero duo, Wing Zero and Apion, it's just hands down a very good unit. But again, remember, you don't want to just get into just the mobility. You need to see whether these units can hit hard or not. Apion and Wing Zero is one of the two units that actually have a very bonker stats with high mobility and high attack. They're kind of insane, right? And then Master Gundam. Well, let me check. Does Master Gundam has the rifle? Yes, Master Gundam. Master Gundam is one of the best attackers for one-shot killer. Especially because this guy has the map ability. Okay, currently map ability like the one that Wing Zero has is quite peculiar to use because mostly the opponent doesn't surround you in a diamond shape. But this kind of ability, it's really good. And the Kira's not Kira, I mean Freedom, the cone one is also good, right? So there you go. Muscle Gundam is very good. You get him to, we have free SP limit breaks, so it's really advisable to actually use Muscle Gundam. Justice is also great. Justice is great. Justice Meteor, and I think I do think it's a Gundam Aerial. And also Quibili might not be the unit you actually look into, and also Grace Iron. Okay, this free unit, I do think this unit is really great here. Quibili is again, Quibili has this funnel that decreased defense, so it's actually a very good option to actually get it into like a level 100 if you want to. But there's always an option to do that, right? And I think that's for the. I mean, the others here. The others mostly like not free to play unit. I mean, like GSF, Gaminas, and S Gundam is strong. Is super strong. If you want to use S Gundams, Supreme Gundam is just strong. Okay. If you have extra, you can use. But this is maybe not very FTP option. I'm talking about that, but I'm using actually a not F2P ship as well. But therefore, we're gonna talk about the other kind of strategy you can use. Okay, the other strat is Unstoppable. Okay, Unstoppable. I do think the problem of Unstoppable is like let's example, let's say a one-shot killer. We have two, right? Unstoppable only have one kind of support, which is Marina Ismail. And Marina Ismail actually supports some of the quite crazy units. First of all, Axia. Yes, of course, Marina gonna support Axia. While we lying to, yeah. Again, Axia, same with Sasabi. It's such a nice unit, but the thing is, Axia gonna be like more mobile, so you gotta be careful with Axia. Because mostly you would want your support to move first and then Axia move in level. So in Axia you might actually want to give in the hammer thing. Let me check on it. Right, the hammer thing. Do we have it? Do we have it for alternative series? It's not here, but yeah, you can see here. Heavyweight attack boost is actually very useful, just to decrease your mobility enough to actually let your support move first. So be careful with Axia, okay? You will still want your support to move first. So okay, let's check it again. Yeah, Lesignia is of course always a good use support, and Zeta, yes, Zeta, the free Zeta is also a great unstoppable support. And again, this unit has a long range of 5, with defense down as this main effect. But okay, after this, we're gonna talk about positioning later on. But let's focus on the attacks first, right? And G-Quax, yes, for free player, G-Quax is good. Again, G-Quax mobility is okay, but it can work as a cleanup crew. So it works like let other people fight first and then you're gonna get in to clean up everything. For the tank, Tolgis, one of the best. Tolgis is really good tank. The double gun, the beam double gun is like attack down, and it has again as any other tank, it has quite low mobility, but Tolgis is still a good option for tank. I do think for this tag, it's Tolgis is the best one for the unstoppable, right? For the attacker again, we have the best free unit attacker in the game, and yes, it's Goldflame Amatsu. Goldflame Amatsu is insanely good unit with so many types of attack. It has AoE, it has the special attack, melee special attack, and then it has, I think it's a beam saber? No, it's a physical. So yeah, it has so many types of attack that you can just utilize, and this thing have its own limiter off. So yes, if you like Amatsu, you have the unstoppable support, go for Amatsu. Amatsu is amazing. And again, after that, there's not much of choice actually. The other support you can have is Murasame. Murasame is the fastest unit currently in this game. Is it the fastest, second fastest, but one of the fastest unit in the game. The problem with Murasame is like it doesn't really hit that hard because damage taken from beam and also the flag feathers no effect, and the twin saber no effect. So it only virtually it's only have one kind of attack you would want to use. But again, be careful with the melees. I will talk to you about the melees, right? It has quite nice melee damage actually, but I do think this unit on paper might look good because of the mobility, but the value it gives to your team is not that much. So for the unstoppable tag, I do think you can use Murasame, but just be careful about it, right? And the problem with unstoppable is another one is unstoppable is Phoenix Gundam. Wait, is Phoenix Gundam actually main unit or rifle? I never knew. I never have one. And then we can have there's not much have to be option, to be honest. So unstoppable tag. I do think unstoppable is still one of the best tag, but it's kind of more premium in terms of unit. Again, because the one-shot killer has more free options, I do think so. So yeah, that's for unstoppable. So we're gonna go with the next tag, which is I don't really recommend large machine, seriously. Large machine, yeah, hooray! There's only like seriously like 2, 3. Like the action is quite good tank actually. It's a good tank. Okay, don't get me wrong. This is a very good tank. But your main unit will be limited to these two guys. and Dark Gundam, which is wait, is this the gacha or the development? Ah, it's the development, yeah. So you can actually kind of develop for the large one. Basically, you can develop a lot of this, but you can see here now. Here's the thing: the large one, you might actually want to go second. You might actually don't want to go first because you have nice tanks, two nice tanks, and then you have a GN. This is also tank. Oh my god, you have three tanks, and then you have a Justice and you have Freedom. You might want to be a bit more defensive with this. There's not much to be honest, but all the unit that you can put in this tag is actually all free to play unit. So if you want to play around how the game, you know, you don't have to be like offensive here, because I saw someone, it's not me, it's my friend, saw someone who's playing defensively and he got obliterated. My friend got obliterated by like two, I forgot, was it one or two tank and three spots, something like that. And they just like whittle you down, and then when their turn come, they just wipe the floor. So it is a viable strategy, but I don't think like large machine is quite there yet, because we lack more Gundam to actually use in that category. Okay, this one, Toughest Nail, is one hell of a tag. It does have a, you know, great Gundams, great defensive Gundams. I mean, one is Gundam and the other is Narrative, and Narrative is very good Gundam currently. He's good in defense, but again, the problem with him is his tag is Tough as Nail. For the attacker, I think Tough as Nail has let me check on it. Tough as Nail, I think right. I think it's a Crossbone, right? Yeah, Crossbone. It has one of the stupidly high damage attacker, which is Crossbone, and the other option is, yes, GO, one of the best supporter in the game. So, and you have also Easy Age, right? So Toughest Nail might actually want to play a bit defensive. You want to lure him because again, Easy Age is having very bad movement in space, but you might actually can use that to your advantage. Like you can use two supports, two defender, and put Easy Egg as a bait in the front. Really. The other option is then Easy Egg is this G3 guy. G3 guy is very good Gundam. It's good, and mobility is quite low, so you can actually. So Toughest Nails mostly you're gonna play around like throwing them back, throwing your opponent in, and then you strike back hard at them. And I do think G3 is good for the job. And we have Dark Gundam. This one is also a defender, I believe. Yeah, this is the free defender, Dark Gundam. Sorry, it's quite hard to differentiate. And we have Barbatos, and Zeong is also Tough as Nail. Standard DO is also Tough as Nail, and Oberon is also Tough as Nail. Free units. Yeah. So the thing is, you lack supporters in Tough as Nail as thing. So you might want to actually use the attacker as support. So the main aim of your support is not to actually reduce the defense or anything, but to deal damage, right? So a Tough as Nail could work with a more attacker playing role as a support with the support pilot. And I have to say, some of the Tough as Nails are quite nice AOE, like Z Gundam, Double Z Gundam. So you Tough as Nail seems like the type that you want to lure them in and then hit them hard. That's the kind of Tough as Nail. I mean, it's in the name. So yep, that's all about the squad making. So just be careful in the squad making. Focus on the tags and also whatever support you have. I mean, if you have UC, then yeah, use UC. If you have like this protagonist, use protagonist tag, right? Because it's gonna help you a lot. And the other thing that I want to point out is your positioning actually matters a lot. Here, what you see here, like I put Happyon on the front and Wing Zero on the second one, the left, and Strike Freedom on the right. This actually kind of changed. I originally put the units like this, and Wing Zero is the fastest unit around, right? So Wings are gonna go first, and he went a bit too far, and it might get him to trouble. Therefore, I put here a Yona Buster right behind him. You see here, C5. So he can cover the Wing Zero, but in certain condition where the opponent is also as fast, you might not want to use Wing Zero in here. For example, I saw my opponents like they have on the same range, on the same side, Wing Zero, another support have low range, long range. I think it's aerial, and it does mess me up quite a bit, right? So therefore, I changed him. I from the 3 to 2. I move him forward, so he's avoiding the opponents. Because again, here's the thing: when you fight an opponent in this battle, you kind of have a trial. See here, possible rematch remaining, so you can actually rematch with them and try to get squeeze a bit more point, right? And I do think that's the good thing about this muscle duel. And you see here, like someone's like having much higher power than me, I still can have a squeeze win from them. That's all because the positioning and the stats and how you build your team is really matter. And there's no combat history. Why? There's no. Okay, I think because I played in my phone. Yeah. So that's Muscle League for now, and I do think it's good. It's actually pretty good. So, and the rewards are great. And for a free to play or low spender, you still can reach this level. I'm a low spender and I get to this rank. Free to play, at least you can get to diamond. Depending on your luck, of course, but as you can see, like a lot of units, especially the one-shot killer. If you are lucky enough to get any of the one-shot killer support, that can be help you a lot in this one. So yeah, that's all from me today, and see you next time. Bye bye.